By the time the computer was done with the mathematical analysis of Quran, a vast mathematical code emerged, and you could see that every letter, every word in Quran is precisely calculated beyond human ability, and you will be absolutely convinced that this is a message from a super intelligent creator telling us exactly what happened. Let me give you another good example, because some people may think that only the initial chapters are mathematically composed. This simple example is that the opening statement in Quran consists of 4 words, and the number of letters in this statement is 19. It's a very important statement. It says, "In the name of God, the gracious, the merciful," and it is considered the most important statement in Quran. It consists of 19 letters, and every word is found in the whole book in multiples of 19. For example, the first word, ism, or name, is mentioned exactly 19 times throughout the whole book. The second word is God, Allah, and it is found 2,698 times. This is 19 times 142. The third word, the gracious, in Arabic, Ar-Rahman, is mentioned in the whole book 57 times, 19 times 3. And the last word, Ar-Rahim, or the merciful, is mentioned 114 times, or 19 times 6. Now, right there, you can appreciate that this cannot happen in a human fabricated book, in a human made book. Because you can go to the library, if you go to the library and examine 1 million human made books, how many books will you find where the opening statement consists of an X number of letters, and every word in the opening statement is repeated in the whole book in multiples of X? How many? Again, the laws of probability say 0. You will not find a book where all the words of the opening statement comply with this criterion. So there you have it, a very simple. This very simple phenomenon, by the way, was published in Scientific American in the September 1981 issue, and the comment on it was that this is an ingenious study of the Quran. I was really flattered. What does this have to do with the evolution creation issue? Well, we have here a vitally important document from the super intelligent creator telling us in words and letters that are mathematically composed beyond human intelligence, telling us exactly what happened. And in this document we see that life began in water, just like Darwin said. So this portion of Darwin's theory is confirmed. We also see evolution and changes in creation in Quran chapter 35 verse 1 and in chapter 16 verse 8. We see that evolution is a continuing process. So according to this vitally important document, evolution is a divinely guided process. Evolution is a creation of the super intelligent creator, and it is something that is happening now on continuous basis. We learn that every one of us was individually created, and the evolution that is taking place is individually controlled and guided by the super intelligent creator. One of the most exciting things about this document is that the dichotomy, the great rift between science and religion is eliminated. We now see this document from the super intelligent creator telling us that evolution is the creator's work and that it is going on continuously, and therefore there is no need for this dichotomy between science and religion. So what we see here is mathematical, irrefutable evidence that creation and evolution both are correct and they complement each other. Of course, we have to examine the existing theories of evolution and creation and correct them in view of the new statements that came to us from the super intelligent creator. While on the subject of confirming or rejecting existing scriptures, I must point out that this mathematically composed document from the super intelligent creator, the Quran, sets the record straight as far as many existing creationist ideas are concerned. For example, we learn that the earth is billions of years old, not 5,000 or 10,000 years old. And we learn that the earth is egg-shaped, as I mentioned before, not flat. And we learn that Noah's Ark, for example, did not look like what we see in the pictures of Bible stories and so on. Noah's Ark was simply a raft made of logs tied together with primitive ropes. And Noah did not carry all the animals of the earth on his ark either, or this raft. He carried his domesticated animals to save himself, his family, and his animals from the flood. And the flood did not cover the whole world, as we hear as youngsters. The flood was a local flood. All this is proven by mathematically composed statements from the Creator himself. It is very important to realize that the prevalent creationism has nothing to do with the original untranslated Bible. That's right. The prevalent creationism is a product of medieval storytellers and ignorant interpretations and mistranslations of the original Bible. For example, the Bible says clearly that one of our days is the same as 1,000 years of your Lord. So, or the day is equal to 50,000 years if you look at the Quran in chapter 70 verse 4. So we are told clearly that the day of our earth is not equal to any other day. When you go to the moon, the day equals 14 earthly days. If you go to Mercury, for example, the day over there is 88 of our days. So the minute you leave this tiny planet Earth, the day is no longer 24 hours. So the truth is, the Bible does not say that the earth is 6,000 or 10,000 years old. The Bible does not say that Noah's flood covered the whole world. And the original Bible did not say that Noah carried all his animals on the ark, and the ark did not look like an aircraft carrier either. These misrepresentations of the Bible actually give Christianity and religion in general a bad name. Those people who are pushing the prevalent false creationism are doing a terrible disservice to Christianity and to the Bible, because these misrepresentations are not the truth. Scientific findings and now mathematics support the truth in the Bible, and we must remember that the creationism that is prevalent today is false. The true creationism agrees 100% with science. it is the prevalence of these ideas that are completely rejected by science and scientific findings and established facts. These ideas caused Darwin's disillusionment with religion. And let me quote for you what Darwin said as a result of these prevalent creationist ideas. I'm quoting now. I gradually came to disbelieve in Christianity as a divine revelation. This disbelief crept over me at a very slow rate, but at last was complete. And we cannot blame Darwin for seeing that the earth is billions of years old as established by science, while the creationist ideas say that the earth is 6,000 years old. You cannot blame the man for not believing that Noah carried all the animals, the lions, the giraffes, the polar bears, and the giant worms of Australia on his ark. And you cannot blame Darwin for not believing that the flood of Noah covered the whole world. So all these things are now set straight. We learn from this document that the Quran complements the older scriptures and confirms the majority of the truth in those scriptures and consummates the whole message from the Creator to us. To conclude, we now possess physical, incontrovertible evidence that every one of the 6 million species of living organisms came into being through a creation process, then evolution took place and is going on continuously as a divinely guided and controlled process. Thank you very much.
We have invited into our studio Professor Jeff Clark. He is with Arizona State University. He is an anthropologist, and he maintains that creationism isn't a science and therefore doesn't belong in scientific classes. On the other hand, we have Dr. Rashad Khalifa. He is a biochemist, and of course he takes the opposite stand. And again, we're going to throw our phones open for your opinions about it. It's a hot issue, and it's going to be one that is going to be viewed with a great deal of interest by the people in the United States and the various states, and we're going to find out how this thing is going to evolve.
Well, Bob, I have to make a correction here in that I will approach the matter from a scientific point of view. I agree with most of the things that Jeff just mentioned, and that science is our means to ascertain what the truth is. And we have a very powerful tool, objective and scientific tool, to ascertain what events in the world are probable and what events are not probable. And this powerful tool is mathematics. Mathematics is the most powerful, the most scientific of all sciences, and it represents the ultimate in scientific proof. And I realize that nobody can ever imagine a proof that will prove either evolution or creation, but there is something new and very exciting, and I'm here to present it to you.
Well, we have to be...
So in essence, we are talking about a mathematically coded message from outer space. If you read Carl Sagan's Contact, he's talking about a novel, a fictitious message from outer space. Now, this is not fiction anymore. And this is what I come here with.
You're going to have to put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I dare say. But so far as the particular aspect of the Old Testament that's of issue here, i.e. the book of Genesis, it's an origin myth like any other origin myth. It's neither greater nor lesser than the Navajo origin myth.
You keep going back to the Genesis, the book of Genesis as it exists
The
today.
reason I say that is I believe that underlies scientific creationism as espoused by Henry Morris. Now, it's obvious Dr. Khalifa does not agree with Dr. Morris
That's
as
right.
to
And
what
he's
the
not
basis
here right
for
now. I'm
scientific...
debating with you.
That's quite true. But who has written the texts on scientific creationism? Henry Morris. And
But
who
this
is
is not-
the founder of the Institute for Creation Research? Henry Morris.
How long ago was that?
Very well. He goes back about 20 years.
Well, we're
as far
talking
as
about
his
now,
writings
Jeff.
go.
As soon as this program is over, I will show you irrefutable mathematical evidence that we have a document from outer space, from the Creator, telling us exactly how things
How are you going to
happen.
prove that in the Supreme Court, for heaven's sake?
Absolutely. I'll prove it in any court.
All right, hold your
Supreme
pointers.
Court otherwise.
We have to take some callers. This is really getting interesting. Messages from outer space.
Absolutely.
To absolutely prove that creationism is a fact.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it possible that there is some sort of gigantic protoplasm somewhere out in the cosmos with all the ingredients and all of this energy that can in fact create things? I'm not talking about an old man in robes with a beard and pearly gates and things like that. I'm talking about, is there a possibility, with our limited knowledge, to envision some sort of humongous thing that thinks, that can create things?
You can envision anything that you want. And obviously not in a strict, rigorous sense. But
You're not saying this about God, but
oh
Jeff, are
yes,
you?
gods are the servants of the societies and the cultures that create them. They have no existence apart from the societies that give
Even
them
if it is
birth.
proven to you.
Well, I'd
even
like
if
to
it's
see
proven to
somebody
you.
prove it to me.
I'm glad you
I'll
like to
tell
see
you.
it because I can show it to you. Bob, there is no escape now that there is a super intelligent out there, either through the theory of evolution, ironically, or the theory of creation.